Today we're in sunny Balboa Park here in the heart of San Diego, checking out some museums. Next museum we're going to go into is the Automotive Museum. Been quite a few years we've been here as well, so I know they like to change around the stuff in here. Last time we were here was like a rat rod exhibit, so don't know what we're going to see today. But come along and join us for this adventure. Thrills, chills, and good meals. Let's go check out some cars. We just entered into the Automotive Museum and already came across a beautiful car. Got a three-wheel car. It's a 1932 Morgan Super Sport. That is crazy because I know they make modern cars look just like this now. We used to have a Can-Am Spider that we got rid of about a year ago. A little three-wheel trike we had so much fun on. Got us through COVID and everything. But this had been fun too. Have a little three-wheel car. Very crazy. I'm loving the Route 66 old gas pump right there. That is beautiful art. So coming along with us, San Diego Automotive Museum. Let's see what we're gonna see. And I guess it's a lowrider exhibit right now. I am not a fan of lowriders, but I guess I can appreciate the art of them. So we're gonna go through and look at them and look at the paint jobs. Lots of stuff inside of them, a lot of intricate details and works. Okay, look at the picture of this. So it's a 1973 Chevrolet Caprice. They put the whole crucifixion and resurrection, everything on the back of the car. That is beautiful. See, that's what I said. I can enjoy the art, don't have to enjoy the car. To me, cars should be lifted, souped up. I just don't see the passion for a lowrider. I know a lot of people do, and that's awesome. Whatever makes people happy, totally can appreciate. But I'd rather see something fast and tall. Here's a 1952 Kaiser Manhattan. Beautiful blue color. Love those big white wall tires. And it's hilarious. Look inside. And just like people say when they're growing up, it got those plastic covered seats. I wonder how it was when they're actually driving them, because they did not want to mess up that material. But look at that giant steering wheel. Nothing like cars of today. But that is a beautiful car right there. Here's an Indy car that kids can actually sit in. It says the San Diego Auto Museum, so I don't know if they sponsored it or what, or they painted it afterwards. That is a beautiful car right there. Nice, low to the ground Indy car. So that's made for speed. A classic 1964 Mustang. Not a fan of the gold color. I'm not a huge Ford guy, but I can appreciate Mustangs. But yeah, this is a different color. I would definitely like it even more. But still, a nice body style. You can look inside. Look at that real leather interior. That is what muscle cars used to look like. I know the Mustangs had the 289 in them. I had my Camaro when I was younger, like 350, and I always prefer that Chevy power over Ford, but give me a Mopar also. Love Dodge. So I would say I'm a Chevy and Dodge kind of guy. It's a 1970 Dodge Charger. Got that 440 Magnum under the hood. Now, the Dukes of Hazzard, one of my favorite shows growing up, they had the General Lee, of course, and that was technically a 69 Charger, but they did use 70s also. So this same model here was used in Dukes of Hazzard. Not this car, of course, because this one's still beautiful. Wasn't jumped or launched over any ramps, but if it could fly, I bet it would. I could not imagine driving something like this. This is, to me, art that is just perfect for a museum, but I would love to see on the road also. It's called a 1932 Ford Roadster Merlin. Look at this engine. It's got a giant Rolls-Royce engine. Wow. Multiple dual carbs. So it's like a 12-pack. It's got 6 2-carbs on there. And coming on the inside, it goes from looks like speed on the outside to luxury on the inside. Just imagine how soft that leather is going for a cruise. And I don't believe that that would be time, but I think they modified it, put reverse, neutral, and drive into a push button system. So that's pretty crazy. But this engine right here alone is just amazing to look at. All that chrome and aluminum and steel working together. Love that front end. They have a little motorcycle exhibit in here as well. Some of the bikes have little tags on what they are, and some do not. But this Moto Guzzi right here, it says, that is beautiful. Looks very uncomfortable to ride, but looks cool parked, I'll tell you that. We got BMW bike, a Norton over here with a Britain flag on it. So it's a 1971 Norton Commando, a Honda Magna. So both sides, all different old bikes. Some more like bicycles, like this kind of looks like a bicycle to me. That big butt seat on it. And then we go down more, and that's literally a motorized bicycle right there. So it's kind of like the transition from here, and then they went up into the choppers. This may be one of the weirdest shaped motorcycles I've ever seen. It's called a Gurney Alligator. It's from 2002, so it looks all futuristic and stuff, but look how low that seat is. So it looks like you're gonna sit your butt all the way down there below the engine, put your feet straight out, and then reach up to the handlebars. That not only looks dangerous, but very, very uncomfortable. So I doubt many of those sold. Still cool to see. I'm glad it's here in the museum. And when I think of the 50s, this is what I'm thinking about right here. So this is a 1959 Edsel Ranger. It's got that classic blue color with the white swoop down the side, that white hardtop there, with that dark interior. And now that is a classic dashboard. That's a thing of beauty. Solid steel right there. You can run into a minivan or whatever else you hit, and you're gonna be totally fine in this car. I had a 76 Camaro. I got in an accident. A minivan that rear-ended me was totaled. I got a dent about the size of a baseball. Wasn't even a big deal for that car. So yeah, I do miss these old steel cars, such as right here, this 1948 Bentley Sporting Saloon. It's got that reverse suicide door for the front door here to get in. And again, beautiful interior. And we have the steering wheel on the opposite side, as it is a British car. I think it'd be so weird to go over there and try driving the other side after growing up and driving in America all these years. I don't know how that would feel, but I'm loving that wood dashboard. It's hard to see because of the suicide doors. I'm trying to shoot through the window. But that again is a very nice car. That's something you want to just go cruising slow. And that is a super sporty front end. This is a 1936 Cord 810 Sportsman. Look at the lines of this body. I don't even hate the color brown on there. It's kind of growing on me. It's like a chocolate color. Again, big white walls. That was really cool back in that time. And that swooping rear end. That is a very nice car. And obviously you got a soft top, so I'm assuming it's a convertible. You can drop that down, which would be really nice here in San Diego. Go cruising by the ocean in this Sportsman right here. Wow. Now that's something I would actually love to own. And it's nice too, because it's not low, so you don't have to worry about all the water and rocks and all that stuff. You got some ground clearance in that car. From looking at the front end of this car, I would have never guessed until I saw the emblem right here. This is a Jaguar. That is like a supercar. Not what I know Jaguars look at here. It looks more of that, Lamborghini-ish style, real fast back, nice tail end. I love that car. It's got that middle engine right here. You can see through the window. Yeah, that's a Jaguar I actually wouldn't mind owning. Now the inside is kind of funny because it doesn't look very sporty to me. The dashboard looks like a regular style car. Doesn't look very fancy at all. But the outside is definitely hot. And it says this is the Jaguar XJ220, and it was produced between 1992 and 1994. That is a cool Jaguar. Growing up, this was my dream car. I wanted a Dodge Viper so bad. That was my goal, to grow up, get rich, and buy me a Viper. This thing is absolutely beautiful. One of the fastest production cars at that time that came out of the United States. Always loved it, but again, they got the money for the engine and for the body. The interior was not that sporty, not that cool. Very, very simple. Even got you a little tape deck in there, the standard crank thermostats and stuff. But that's not what this car was about. This car was about style and how it looked cruising down the road. Those big old air scoops that suck all that fresh air in there. Love every angle of this car right here. And I even love that red color. That right there is one heck of a car. Here's another IndyCar display. So it's the 2022 Red Bull Racing, but it's a static show car. So this was not actually raced, but still. Look at the aerodynamics on that thing. It's absolutely beautiful. Couldn't imagine being jammed in there as a driver. Tight little cockpit. But that is also a piece of art. Absolutely enjoy that. Appreciate it. Never really watched Indy racing, but I know the cars are really cool. I mean, every bit of aerodynamics put into that. Tons of math. And as you can see, this is the Budweiser car. So definitely not as sporty as the one over here. I'm assuming the Budweiser car is a little older, but still really cool to look at. And look at those super, super wide, slick tires. No tread whatsoever on those. This is the 1998 Budweiser Della Pina Motorsports Reynard. So that is a Toyota Racing Indy car right there. Very, very cool side by side. This is a 1927 Ford Model T. They're calling it a radical custom because it's been chopped and modified. That is a really cool looking car. Now, much too low for me. You're going to scrape over everything, so not really practical. I love a car that you can enjoy, go fast in, look cool in, but also you can drive around the roads and not have to worry about every pothole that we have here in California, every speed bump we're going through a parking lot or anything else. But that's still the cool car to look at, but would not want to drive that down the road. I know you'd be scraping a lot. This is giving me this old American graffiti vibes. This is a 1935 Chevrolet Master Deluxe Coupe Cabriolet Hot Rod. Look at that bright blue paint popping on it. Huge fenders. Let's go take a look inside. They got the window down for us, which I appreciate. Now that is beautiful. Super simple. It's got you a little steering wheel. Everything you need and nothing more. No radio. When you're in this car, you want to just enjoy the wind, the sound of the road, and the sound of that engine pushing you along. But that is a beautiful car. That's what I would call a Sunday cruiser. And this looks even more practical. This is a 1930 Ford pickup hot rod. It's got you a little tiny tailbed back here. So hey, run to the store, grab some groceries, throw them back here on the way home, and you're going to look like the coolest person doing it. Love those giant tires tucked in those wheel wells, and even that color and that paint job. And again, you got that soft top, so you can take it right off. Really enjoying these old hot rods. Love someday to be able to own one of these, ready to go cruising around, heading to San Diego, heading to Oceanside, and enjoying it all. And this is one unique front end. This is a 2020 Ferrari 488 Pista. So the front end actually curves down, and it's like a hood scoop that goes all the way out. That is a weird hood. But yeah, it is definitely made for speed there also. The slender doors, and I love that they have the back open, so you can see that Ferrari engine back there. Tell you couldn't fire that up and just hear it roar. I bet she is beautiful and would just purr. That is a dream car right there. And this was my second dream car growing up. Most more practical one I say was the Viper, but I always loved that Lamborghini Countach. This is a 1976 LP 400 Special. It's got that sloping hood, those gold-wing doors, those weird windows that don't even really open, maybe roll down about 4 inches. Got your stick shift in there, and your bucket seats, you just slide right inside. Huge tail on there. Love all the body of this Countach. That is what you call speed. And I love it too because it's actually pretty high. Again, I love talking about ground clearance. Look how much ground clearance that thing has. So you can actually drive it around and not worry about hitting everything. Feel that wind go underneath you. I'd be worried about going too fast though and get a little sucked up. So I'm sure they have some way they modified it, some aerodynamic ability to this car to keep it on the ground. But again, keep saying it, that is another work of art. That Lamborghini Countach. Next, we have a 1978 Ferrari 308 GTS. I know it's not a Testarossa, but it's giving me those Magnum PI vibes growing up. Used to watch that show, see him cruising around that cool red Ferrari. This reminds me of it right there. Very awesome also. Now, I would definitely take the Lambo over the Ferrari, but if you want to offer me one or the other, I'm not going to say no to either. I'm not going to lie. Just doesn't have that cool back end. I've never heard of this car before. It's a 1966 Bizzarini P538. Super flat, super low to the ground. It's lower than the Lamborghini or the Ferrari. And again, look at these seats. They're literally almost on the ground. I would say you're inches from the ground. I couldn't imagine trying to drive that thing, especially not from where we live. We got potholes galore. Oh yeah, your tailpipes are maybe an inch off the ground. So this has to be just a racetrack car because regular roads in Cali, not happening. But again, love that it's in a museum so we can see it and appreciate something that we've never probably would have seen any other way. We got 3 old cars lined up here. Start with a 1905 REO Runabout. I cannot believe how much wood is on this car. All the brass, wood rims even. Look at that. Wood spokes in those tires. Just, this is what I call a horse's carriage. Really, really cool. And moving over to 1926 Pierce Aero Series 80 two-door coach. So again, they're loving these blue cars here, and I'm actually appreciating them too because they're really popping inside of this museum here. Big white wall tires, long stretched body on this one. Very, very beautiful car. We love admiring all these old details, such as the 1913 Cadillac Model 30. This is a 5-passenger touring car. So this one's even bigger than the Pierce next to it. Taller tires, skinnier tires though, but they are taller. And the back seat right there looks super cozy. So you can easily put 3 people in that back seat and go for that Sunday cruise we were talking about. Hanging out, having a good time with the family. But I guarantee you there, that's luxury. That's not the common person car back in the day. I compare that probably to like a Rolls Royce now, I bet. Very, very fun. Sign says, welcome to the Bonneville Salt Flats, Utah's famed measured mile site of world land speed record runs. So in front of us here, we have the 2001 Team Vesco Turbinator 1. This car right here goes over 458 miles an hour. Could not imagine being inside that thing. It's just straight aerodynamics, nothing but. Does not even look like a car. It looks more like a missile. I'm sure it's what it looked like too, driving down. So single person inside. I'm sure that was him in his fire suit, but I don't know how much that would do at 458 miles an hour if this thing lost control, got a little speed wobble, and went away and did its own thing. But very beautiful paint job. So again, that is the Turbinator. So I'm assuming it is turbocharged, and that's how it gets its name. And these are the owners and drivers of the Turbinator. So this guy right here did 427 miles an hour in it. And the gentleman down here, Rick Fesco, did the 458.440 mile run. That is the world land speed record. That's mind-blowing. Couldn't imagine that. I want to say fastest I've ever been in a car, about 145 miles an hour, going down some orange groves growing up. So over 3 times, that's crazy. It's called a 1955 Ford Country sedan, and they named it Beulah. It says it's a search and rescue vehicle. So very interesting. Ray was just commenting how it looks kind of like the Ghostbusters mobile. I do definitely see the resemblance of it. But I guess somebody just fixed it up so they can go cruise around. I'm assuming they put a lift kit on it. It looks really high off the ground. Even got some curb feelers down there. But that's a very interesting vehicle. This would have been one heck of a way to travel back in the day. It's a 1947 Cadillac, and it gets attached to this beautiful little trailer back here. Very crazy. So you can go around, travel through the travel trailer, and go wherever you want. But that is a big, beautiful car. I couldn't imagine how little gas mileage that would get, especially once it's towing the vehicle behind it. It's got an ironing board in the back, and a stove, and I want to say that is a hookah. Because, yeah, why not, I guess. Now, that's an interesting car. The outside was cool. The inside is very peculiar. We've circled back around to the front of the museum again. So this is a 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air. We're back into the lowrider section. I'm just enjoying it for the cars. It's a beautiful car right here. Love the body lines. Don't know how you would possibly drive with a steering wheel like that, but that's what they have in there. Love that shifter. I believe it's a Hurst shifter in there. But yeah, that is a beautiful car. Good luck driving down the road though. This will be our final car of the exhibit, 1956 Chevy Bel Air. They have a little turntable here so you can see all sides. Very cool presentation. So we did have a good time here. Like I said, did not know what the little gallery would be. We found out it was the low as we came in, so we looked at them and appreciated them as pieces of art parked here in the museum. If you want to come here, it is small. We were here for maybe about 25-30 minutes, and we actually spent time looking at about everything. If you walk through here, you'd probably be out in 5, but definitely do suggest it. Come in here, it's worth it. And we're gonna head out and go out into the outside breeze because we are warm and sweaty in here. That was our time here at the San Diego Automotive Museum. Had a great time looking at the cars. Definitely worth it, so come on down and check it out. Like I keep telling in other videos, come down in February, go on the San Diego website for Balboa Park, and they do buy one, get one free for most of the museums down here. But come down, see what you can see, take a walk. So thank you for joining us. Thrills, chills, and good meals. We are done with our day in Balboa Park, and we are out of here.